Have you ever had an idea for a video, a post, or something that you really wanted to share, but the second you went to hit publish or plan it out, this little voice popped up saying, wait, what if this is cringe? What if people I know see this and judge me? We've all been there, but let me tell you something. Cringe doesn't actually exist, okay? It's not a real thing. It's just misunderstood energy, and it's usually misplaced shame or a fear of being seen in your own power. So I want to break this down a little bit. When we say something is cringe, what do we actually mean? Do we mean it's embarrassing? Do we mean it's weird? Do we mean it makes us uncomfortable? Because most of the time when we call something cringe, it's not about the content, it's about how it makes us feel inside. So cringe is just a label that we slap onto anything that forces us to confront our own self-judgment, right? It's an energetic reaction to discomfort. And that discomfort usually comes from one of two things. Either it reminds us of a version of ourselves that we've suppressed, i.e., we haven't had the guts or the courage to do what that person is doing, and they're going out and doing it and being successful. Or it triggers something that we secretly admire but don't allow ourselves to express. That could be used for the same example. We want this thing that these other people are going out and getting, and instead of admitting that, we call it cringe and we tear that person down. So think about it. Have you ever seen someone confidently like dancing in public, or maybe sharing thoughts boldly online like me right now, and thought, oh, that is so cringe? But deep down, a part of you actually admired their freedom. That's because cringe is a mirror. It's showing us where we have resistance to self-expression. Now, let's talk about that deeper fear, okay? And if you don't know who I am, hi, I'm Demi. I'm an EFT tapping practitioner and a reprogramming coach, and I work with people to remove and reprogram their limiting beliefs, their fears, their traumas, their emotional triggers from their subconscious mind so that they can achieve their dream reality, so that they can go out and get what they want from life without the fear of being cringe, without the fear of being seen, without the fear of being judged. Literally just living in personal empowered freedom and knowing that anything that you want is available to you. Okay, so that deeper fear is the fear of being seen, especially by people we know. Because let's be honest, most of us aren't scared of strangers on the internet judging us. I mean, maybe we are, but it's kind of like, I don't know you, so maybe I don't care. We're scared of the people from high school, from primary school or middle school, wherever you are in the world, whatever you call it, our co-workers, or even our family members seeing us step into something new. Why does that feel so uncomfortable when these people should want to support us, and maybe they do? It's because when we step into our power, when we start expressing ourselves in a way that challenges the identity people have always known us as, it disrupts their perception of us. And that can feel vulnerable. That can feel scary. We've been conditioned to stay small, to be relatable, to not stand out too much, okay? To not be too much. So when we do something bold, and when we do it with, passion, when we share our passions and our ideas and our voices, it shakes things up. And instead of embracing that shift, we retreat because we fear judgment and we fear being too much and being too cringy. But here's the truth. Their judgment doesn't define you. And most of the time, they're not actually judging you. This is the crazy part. They're just projecting their own fears. Because seeing someone they know step into their power forces them to confront why they're not stepping into theirs. I'll just let that sink in for a moment before we move on. I want you to think about the most successful, influential, magnetic people that you follow online, okay? Celebrities, whoever. Did they get there by playing it safe? Or maybe not celebrities because, maybe they were born nepotism and whatever. Pick whoever you want. But I guarantee they didn't get there playing it safe, okay? They didn't worry about whether their content would be cringe, okay? They got there doing the thing by showing up unapologetically, by posting the cringe videos and letting them transform into confidence over time. I follow so many creators who at the beginning of their creator TikTok journey, so vastly different to how they are now. And so it was unpolished, it was messy, it was raw, it was authentic. And now they still are authentic, but they're more polished because they have grown with themselves and their content has grown with themselves. And I'm sure you can all think of someone like that. So cringe is just confidence, but in its early stages, in its little fearful stages, in its little box going, I'm not sure if I should come out yet. You should come out, okay? Every person who is now considered inspiring was once someone who had to push past the fear of being seen. Me included, okay? I mean, I don't think that I'm inspiring, but on TikTok, I have about 40,000 plus followers right now. I could never have imagined having that many followers when I first started posting my EFT tapping content. I thought I was going to be called crazy, a lunatic, like all of this sort of stuff, and I was. But there were so many more people ready to support me and listen to me and grow with me. So, in the spirit of EFT tapping and what I do as a reprogramming coach, what if we reframed the idea of cringe altogether? What if instead of thinking this is embarrassing, we thought this is me being free? Every time you hit post, because you're going to start posting after this video, every time you share your voice, every time you take up space online, you are telling the universe, I am allowed to exist in my full expression and power. And people who are meant to resonate with you, they'll find you. And the ones who don't, well, they weren't your audience anyway, so it doesn't matter. Let's be real. People will always have opinions, okay? I'm not going to say that you stepping into your expression, I can't even speak, and your power is not going to bring people who have negative opinions. You could be the most polished, well-spoken, put-together person on the planet, and someone will still find a reason to criticize. So you may as well do what you want anyway. My favorite saying is, you could be the juiciest peach in the bunch, and there will still be someone who doesn't like peaches, okay? You just can't help it. It doesn't matter though, because you're going to continue growing and doing what you want regardless. So the next time you catch yourself thinking, this is so cringe, I feel cringy, I don't want to be cringe, stop and ask yourself, is this actually cringe? No. Or am I just uncomfortable with allowing myself to be fully seen, fully powerful, fully recognized, fully achieved, fully honored, fully respected? Because your freedom, your success, your impact, it all begins the moment you decide that fear of judgment is no longer running the show. So post the video. Say what you want to say. Take up space. The only thing worse than feeling a little uncomfortable now is looking back in a year, 2 years, 30 years, and realizing you let other people's opinions keep you small. You're not cringe. You're evolving. And that is the most powerful thing that you can do. If this message resonated with you, then drop a comment below and let me know what's something you've been holding back on posting, or what's something you would love to post about but haven't for the fear of being judged or seen or criticized. And let's create a space where we can all show up boldly. And if you're ready to step into full confidence, I have a whole series on self-love and manifestation and self-conception to help you shift your energy. Check the links in the description below. It is called the Self-Love Shift. And remember, being bold isn't cringe, playing small is. And with that, I'm going to leave you, and I'll see you in my next video.